once again, and myself Padmanabha Sen. As you all know, I'm here with my first spiritual video. I will quickly start this off because I understand people have been waiting to understand what exactly I post. Here you go. This video which I have made is basically based on primary happiness, because what I've thought is to start off with anything, uh, first and foremost requirement is to be joyful enough and to be happy enough to start anything off. So as I'm starting my channel off, I myself have to be joyful as well. It's not a forceful joy, it's just an inner joy which comes automatically. Like when you start a new journey, when you're going for a vacation, you start a new journey, there's a unique happiness which plays within you. And of course, there are other things which you start off with, and there is a momentary joy and happiness and a pleasure works within. The same worked within with me, like when I thought of starting this channel, and of course, this is the first video where I am portraying happiness, of course, in a spiritual way. What is the meaning of it, and how do we perceive happiness, and where does the actual happiness or the pure happiness lies. So stay tuned. I will be obviously letting you know about the details a while shortly. Happiness is a state of mind actually. It is basically that same old thing which happened during our childhood, and we did not pay much attention to it actually, because when you used to get an ice cream or a toffee or a chocolate from our parents or brothers or sisters, we used to get that feeling. Of course, we did not know that's known as happiness when we were like a year old or a 2 year old or a 3 year old or a 4 year old, and gradually that toffee and the chocolate and that small sweet thing which gave us that inner joy momentarily, instantly, we had evolved so much over time in our ages that the toffee and chocolate still not satisfy much. That back then it was the internal and eternal happiness, but now it is like we need to have more and more and more to get that same level or the same intensity of joy. If I have to say a very clear note, happiness being a state of mind, it is actually the contentment, the pleasure, and the joy which we feel when we are accomplishing any task. Nowadays, if you are in a job, if you are doing some kind of professional work, so you have set a self goal for yourself, right? So you have a set goal. Suppose in 5 days I'll complete this, or I have to reach this sales target, or I will be okay, so I have done this, so here is the project, and you finally pass it. So see, every task which you do, and when you finish it off well within time, so you get that happiness. Okay, so it's been done, so that's the fulfillment, that's the contentment. So, and in return you feel happy. So happiness is something not which you need to, you know create, or which you need to search it for. It is a automatic happening, or I can say in modern terms, it's a byproduct of what we do in our natural or in our daily living life. Also, happiness, if I would like to say, if why this happiness term is so important to us. Yes, it is important to us because we tend to search it more nowadays. Of course, in our busy life we are not so happy, like we feel so we are not so happy. There are several reasons behind it where we could not find, or we cannot find still, if we are happy or not. So the reasons behind it can be several. Somebody might be depressed with their job, somebody might be depressed with their personal life, somebody is depressed with a lot of things, as we all know it. However, we need to be very clear about what we are doing in general. what is our daily karma, and are we doing the right task so that we can have that happiness come within us. So happiness just won't run after you if you run away from it, of course. So you have to do something daily to achieve that minimum level of satisfaction in order to get that happiness. So probably the happiness which I am talking about right now will be momentary. However, if you talk on a spiritual side, you have to be again joyful enough to be living. Right now, the best thing or the most possible thing of being happy, or the at least minimum bare thing to be happy, is that I am alive and you are alive and you are watching me. So, if I am breathing, and of course there is a second breath added to it, the very next moment I am still alive, and that actually means that I have enough reasons to be happy, because this life has got no guarantee. So anything can be puss in a second. So let's first fall down to our basics and at least praise ourselves that we are alive, and let us give this chance to be happy at least. After that, of course, we have few several things to be added to it. Maybe we should have a big house to be happy, you should have a big car, or you should have a big family, a beautiful wife or a husband, kids, kids going to school. These are all materialistic pleasure. Guys, see, materialistic pleasure is not the initiator of happiness. Of course, it adds up to your convenience in life, and of course, it gives you that very moment of pleasure and fulfillment feeling, where you can understand that okay, so I have reached this part of life and I'm happy that I have reached this part of life. But at the end of the day, when you sleep, if your mind is not at peace, actually you are not happy. Your mind should be at 100% peace to be happy enough. Even if there is a small level of excitement within you, suppose there is a small party at your house, you may be happy for 1 or 2 hours in that particular day. However, post the party, I'm sure you are going into such kind of thoughts which will not lead you to such a happy note afterwards. The reason behind it is very simple. We ourselves are not at peace inside. The mind is out of it. So again the question arises the same way. So is it that we are looking for peace, or is it that we are looking for happiness? Um, to be frank enough, we are not looking for any of these. Firstly, you yourself have to be useful enough. Your life should be valuable enough, and you should yourself realize that if you are doing something valuable, happiness and peace will follow automatically. You help a poor person, you will feel that happiness. The joy of giving, as you know, if you give something to somebody who is devoid of it, or he cannot afford it, like maybe it's a winter time, it's a December, maybe you are gifting your old clothes to a poor person, he will feel happy. Maybe he will reject it once, but then if you ask that it's from my side, he will definitely accept it because he wants it or he requires it. So that act of kindness will bring a joy inside you, and that very joy is known as happiness. This happiness is self-made. I can say it's self-made, and it should not be deliberately. Okay, so I have to be happy today, so I have to give 10 woolen clothes to 10 different people, and I can get 10 times happier. No, it doesn't work like that. Of course, the other way around as well. You cannot pressurize it. Even if you provide 100 clothes to 100 people, or one simple muffler around the neck to one small boy who is poor, the level of happiness is same. It cannot be measured by the quantity of whatever you give. So it was just an example to give you that, see, the degree of kindness, or the degree of uh, what you do in life which makes others life valuable, matters, and not quantity of it. It's the degree of it. So of course you have to be very very practical in your life and understand that where exactly you are going wrong and what are you doing that the happiness is not within you. um, Maybe a simple call to your parents if you're living away from your house, maybe sudden call and then asking them how are you, how about you, taking, giving them feedback, okay I'm fine, and this small call gesture would make them feel happy. If they are happy, automatically you will feel happy. So it's it's the happiness which comes within you. It's by giving. Understand this very clearly. So if you are someone who is in pursuit of happiness, as the title of my video says, so you cannot search for happiness in any corner of the world. It is just by giving away happiness from your side. It is making yourself, your life valuable for others. If your life is not valuable, if you have not done something for others, automatically you have not made any people else happy. So this is not my job, I won't do it. That will satisfy you for a moment maybe. Why should I do this job if it's not mine? Correct, you are absolutely right. But you are not happy, right? Similarly, on the same day, okay, so let's help this poor man cross the road. It's a random act of kindness, what we know. Will give you an inner joy and contentment. That will make your day going. So see, what I am talking here is, I am not talking about the entire happiness will come within you from the universe all in once and you become eternally happy. No, that's not gonna happen to you. Every day, small things, you have to be very precise and you have to be very observant, and you have to see that where can you make someone else's life easier and make it valuable, and you receive happiness automatically. You will be yourself happy and you will make others happy as well. So it's like, in short simple terms, it is always mentioned that if you are here on earth, make yourself and your life valuable for others, not only for yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video once again, and please don't forget to like, share and comment, and of course notification button, and um, what are the other things which follow of course should be done. Thank you so much. um, I am so not sure that when I'll post my next video, but then it will be soon. Please leave your comments below and let me know what you think about happiness, and if you have any other views. I might go wrong in my video, some place where you may feel that okay, he's talking bullshit. Please let me know that. I will try to improve myself, and of course do let me know if you want to know something else about happiness, or else if there is any other topic I need to discuss about as well. Thank you so much once again. Namaste.